Hey there folks, Peter here with BlackRock Business. So excited that you showed up at the channel today. In the world of QuickBooks Point of Sale today, we are going to talk about your best customer. I'm not talking about in a business sense, imagining who your best customer is. Maybe she's a 43-year-old mother of two who needs earrings. No, we're not doing the abstract thing, to envision your best customer and try and get inside the head. We're actually going to dive into the statistical data of QuickBooks Point of Sale so you can actually bring up a list of your best customers. And I don't know, maybe towards the end of the year you like to send them a Christmas card or maybe a special coupon or discount or membership. They are your VIP list. They are your most valuable people, MVPs, I guess. And you want to treat them extra special, give them something a little extra so that they will know that they are cherished and they will keep coming back more and more and more, and they'll keep spending in your store. So before we dive into that, I'm going to have you click on the link down in the description below to get over to our QuickBooks Point of Sale Facebook group. If you haven't joined up there, it's a great community where you can ask questions about how to do something, or maybe an error, or request a video for this channel. I will be there, as well as other store owners using QuickBooks Point of Sale. We're having a great dialogue. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit subscribe down below to get all the greatest QuickBooks Point of Sale videos coming at you all the time. All right, let's do this. There are a few caveats in the search for your best customer. So, I'm going to go straight to the reporting menu, and we're focusing on the customer here. We are going to be talking about more reports in the near future, but we're going to focus on customers. So we go to the customer submenu, and then we go to not just the customer list. You could do some stuff there, fancy manipulation with modifying the report, but we can head straight to customer sales. And this is going to produce a report having to do with actual customer sales. Now, you may be thinking in terms of who's my best customer. They're the people that show up at my store all the time, or they're the people with the most receipts. But actually, what you're going to want to look at is who is my most profitable customer, and that would be the customer with the greatest total margin. Now, this report is going to be skewed if you do not correctly have entered your cost and price. You can't calculate a margin if you don't have both the cost and the price. Sometimes I jump into somebody's QuickBooks Point of Sale file and I see all sorts of items and the cost is at 0. And I don't know if they're just entering items and then also entering quantities, and they're totally not doing receiving, or they're totally not doing ordering. I would imagine they have to, because if you're receiving stuff, you kind of need the cost in there. So don't go down that route. Don't run a haphazard point of sale file that's not even helping you see what your store is doing. That sounds messy. That's terrible. So you want the correct cost and price in your items on your item list, and that will tell us in the long run who is our best customer by looking at the margin, who's the most profitable. So we can see how many items these people have actually purchased, and we can see the total price of all of their purchases. So this is pretty much how much they have spent. I have this for the year 2018. I just wanted to take a look at a full year of sales. And so good old Janelle here, she actually almost purchased about $10,000 worth of stuff. And she was by far the all-star. It's funny, she actually purchased more product than the people combined who didn't want to supply their names. So now the funny thing is with this report, and this is one of the caveats I was speaking of, if I go to modify, how am I going to use this list to my advantage? Well, the number one thing that would come to mind would be like, hey, I want these people's email address so I can go ahead and, email them. And the funny thing is with point of sale, you'll notice this on a number of the customer reports, that when you go to try and add another column and you're looking for email, You got their phone, you got their alternate phone, you got different information here. You even have your custom fields that you've created yourself, but there is no email field in here. And what this is when Point of Sale first started out, version 1.0 or whatever, way long time ago, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. I'm not exactly sure when it started. I should look that up. I should know that. Their email wasn't a big thing then. Can you imagine? It was not a marketing tool. People didn't understand the value of it yet. So there was no original email field in QuickBooks Point of Sale. They added the email field on customers way later. And I don't know why, but they never got around to adding it as an ability for a lot of the reports. So that's really, I'm sorry, it's super lame that they haven't fixed that yet. Intuit, you need to get on that. You need to make the email field pretty much available in all the reports, if you ask me. So what we have to do here is, since we have our best customers for 2018, we have to come up with a number of customers that we think are worthy of being our VIP people. And so you could go ahead and count them here, or you could jump to Excel, and Excel will tell us fairly quickly by row number how many are the top customers. We'll just wait for a second here to get it out to Excel. Come on, I thought this was going to be faster. Probably fast forward this area. All right, in Excel, I'm going to delete the very top of it. There we go. All right, I'm going to delete these top rows. And we can choose, let's say, we think 50 is a good number for VIP, right? So all of these people are our top 50 customers for 2018. Now, in the point of sale, you can still actually email those customers. And let's see. What we want to look at is on number 50, what their margin was. Okay, it was 1,133. So I'm just going to say 1130 is a cutoff mark, right? So if I go on the customers menu in QuickBooks Point of Sale, I can still create an email campaign, and I just do a custom campaign and leave all the customer info blank because we're not filtering that. But I'm going to say that this was in 2018. And I'm going to say the total margin is going to be from 1130 up to, infinite. So those are the people I want to include for total margin. Now, if I hit next, it's going to go through the same documents as the report went through, and we should end up with about 50 people. We don't have a total count there, but there you have it. Now you actually do have their email addresses, and you can send them an email campaign. So this was my video on identifying your VIPs, your top customers by margin, and actually doing something with them and getting their emails out. And you can either send this to Constant Contact or you can export it to an Excel file. My name's Peter with BlackRock Business. I hope you have an excellent day now. All right, bye-bye.